BearPodcast, episode 459.
It involves showing of more fur.
There's nothing like making a pig bottom squeal than using bacon lube.
Village there full of gays.
Hey, all you bears!
Okay, I just saw this on Facebook today. I think he's closeted. You think he's just closeted?
And I got my ass chewed out by everything.
Thanks, the gay, the geek, and the bizarre.
Laying on the couch eating bonbons and his junk.
Just that I saw it on X.
Do some sexting with
You're listening to BearPodcast.com.
He called and then he was freaked out. You're really bitter here.
I am very bitter.
Bitter.
It's been a
Party of
shitty
one
week.
over here.
Bitter party of one right here. It's been a shitty week, let me tell you.
Welcome everyone to Bear Podcast. I am Nard,
And I am Ray.
and welcome to episode 459. Yeah, almost
459.
I'm losing count. Oh, next show 460 will be at TBRU.
That's right.
That'll be exciting. So today is March 11th, 2013, and we dedicate the show to the memory of Jim Fox. He was born 1958, and he died this year, 2013. 2012. Yeah, 2012 year. I guess it's 2013.
Well, no, I think you died before
Christmas.
I don't know.
Okay.
It was an afterlife celebration, and you tell me 2012, so that's what I typed.
Oh really?
Yes.
It's 2013. I think. It's
Okay,
2013.
so I managed to screw it up yet again.
I kind of screwed up. Sorry.
Yet again.
But anyway, yeah, it is sad that we lost Jim, and we'll talk about it more later. But yeah, let's do some weekend updates.
Why don't you start off since you were talking about this?
Since I was talking about it already, okay. So yeah, last Saturday, I went to the Rainbow Lodge. I've never been there before. It's a very nice place.
And this is a restaurant, not a bathhouse or a bar or anything like that.
Yeah, it's a restaurant. It's a very nice place. That's very nice. And that's where the celebration of life that was done for Jim. And there was a lot of food, lots of friends who were there, people who knew Jim, and the Gay Men's Chorus were there.
Well, he's very involved in the Gay Men's Chorus when he lived here in Houston.
Yeah, he was. I remember him singing whenever I watch one of the shows with Gay Men's Chorus. And well, the one who's leading them right now at the event there is Mark. So shout out Mark. Good job on leading the singing there at the Rainbow Lodge for the celebration. And it was very it's very touching. I remember Jim, the last time I remember him, laughing and me chatting with him is actually back at Bear Watch, probably 4 or 5 years ago. It's been a long time. And I can't believe he's gone now.
Yeah.
It's just, the last time I saw him, he was so healthy, and I don't know. You met him, you've known him for a long time
Yeah,
too.
I've known him
before,
for a long
right?
time. I mean, we
Yeah.
used to sit there and chat and ripcord all the time. So I mean, I've known him for a while. So
Hmm. Yeah, it's really sad.
yeah, see, on it goes to show. Tell the people you love them when you can, because you never know when they're gonna be gone.
Yep.
When all the world is a hopeless jumble and the raindrops tumble all around, heaven opens a magic way. When all the clouds darken up the skyway, there's a rainbow highway to be found. Leading from your window pane to a place behind the sun, just a step beyond the rain. Somewhere wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me. Where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops, that's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh, why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh, why can't I?
Okay, so that's pretty much last Saturday, and we did go to
Nibble.
Nibble that evening.
And NIBL stands for Night and Black Leather,
Mhm.
which is a leather event here in Houston, a fundraiser that Maynard put leather on for.
I put a leather. See, if you're watching the video right now,
So,
the pictures.
Um,
Yeah, I wore leather that evening. So
yeah, it was a pretty good event. They do it's all a fundraiser. It's a $20 donation at the door, and then they have performers performing all through the evening. They do an auction in the middle of it, so it was a very nice set. I was very impressed this year.
yeah,
With all the head.
and the performances are good also. And I've been telling you before, I'm not a big fan of lip syncing really, but there were performers who actually sang.
Yes.
Guys and girls who actually sang, and they were really performing. That I really like that.
Yeah. But at least the drag numbers that got done were top-notch drag numbers.
Yeah, they're pretty good. They lots of dancing too, and that was good.
Not scary drag.
Not scary. So I was impressed with the curtain lady,
The ribbon lady.
ribbon lady.
And if y'all know what he's talking about, you know, they like on Cirque du Soleil and stuff, they'll have the ribbons that come down and they do the acrobats on the ribbon. They had somebody like there that closed the show out doing that. So,
Mhm.
and it's pretty impressive because I didn't realize it was going to happen. Then all of a sudden these ribbons fell and
I know.
chick, and she wasn't a small girl either.
She was kind of a chunky girl, I should say.
She's a big girl.
She's a
She's
big
really
girl.
big girl, but she's a big girl.
But she's got the moves.
But she
Yeah.
got up in that climbed on that thing and did a whole acrobatic stuff, and I was like, damn, more than I can do.
It was pretty good. I'll probably post a video
God bless
later.
her soul.
Yeah, it's
So-
pretty entertaining, and people were just watching it. Yeah.
Yeah, but we also had some friends do a little dance number. Thank God they didn't sing because I don't think either one. Well, I think Will can sing.
Will can
I don't know
sing.
about Darren and Toby,
Yeah.
but they did an interpretive dance. I guess
They
is what
did
you-
it, yeah. Three of them. I thought they're gonna go down. I was waiting for them to go down the stage and go at the spectator level, but no, they just stayed on the stage. But then
Yeah.
they
It was
danced.
cute
It's
with
pretty
it.
good. It's pretty cute.
A great little routine.
One big bear and two
chasers.
chasers. No, they're two otters.
Otters Co.
Otter
Well, that's not gonna be
cub.
there. They're two great guys. It's three great guys. So
Yeah.
they do a lot of stuff here in town. So
They like doing the doing shows, performing, and they were when was it, last year when we did the Bears and Bras,
yeah,
and they had a very risque.
yeah, they did a very risque dance.
Yeah,
So,
very good. But anyway, so yeah, shout out to Darren, Will, and Toby
Toby.
for doing that show. That very nice.
and we got video of
show.
it. So
Yeah, we got video. We
hopefully
got,
it turned out good because it's kind of dark in there.
it's bright enough. I hope.
Yep.
So how about you, Ray? What's up with
Well, Friday night I went and saw Oz the Great and Powerful.
you? Oz. How did you like it?
I actually liked it. I know that a lot of the reviewers kind of slammed it, but I thought it was okay. I mean, I like anything with James
You know-
Franco in it. So
I was reading on Facebook about that. Even before it went out on the at the theaters, it already had very bad reviews.
Yeah.
Nobody's even watched
I mean,
it.
I thought the special effects were good. I mean, it was kind of like watching a Disney movie. Well, it was a Disney movie. What the hell am I saying? It was a very Disney, clean family movie, kind of.
Clean family movie.
Well, you know what I mean. It's like they're not cussing and carrying on all through the movie.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
mean, everything's very subtle that they do. Like
Mhm.
his romancing the women. Most kids wouldn't pick up on it, but most adults picked on what was going on and everything.
Okay. So since you watched it, would you recommend it to me to watch it?
I'd say go see it. I wouldn't go see it in IMAX. I don't think it's worth going.
Just watch it 3D on a regular screen.
Just watch it on a regular screen. I wouldn't even do the 3D version.
Okay.
So,
I did hear from my coworkers that they enjoyed it because of the effects and everything, but I don't know.
well, it
the
might be
story.
different if it's in 3D. Maybe I would have liked it a little bit more than I did. But I mean, I saw it on a regular screen and was just fine with it. So I enjoyed it. It was nice. It was entertaining. Kept me busy for 2 hours. I didn't feel like I'd lost 2 hours.
Well, that's good.
The other thing I like is it's kind of interesting how in this version how the Wicked Witch of the West and the Wicked Witch of the East became the Wicked Witches. That was kind of interesting. So the way the whole storyline went and how she became green and all
then
that other kind of stuff. She wasn't born like in Wicked.
Yeah, in
Wicked,
Wicked.
she was born that way. So, but this is all about a broken heart.
So I remember. So Wicked, Elphaba is the Wicked Witch of the West.
Yes.
The one who died in Wizard of Oz is the Wicked Witch of the East.
Well, they both died in the Wicked Witch.
Well, the beginning, and in the beginning of Wizard
In
of
the
Oz.
beginning,
The house.
beginning, you
fell
never
down.
see the sister.
Yeah, you just
All you see is
feet.
a house, shoes, and ruby slippers,
That's it.
and some ugly socks.
That's right.
And then,
Only you can get.
yeah, and then you
Give
see
those
the
details.
Wicked Witch of the West, which is the Green Witch. So, because the sister wasn't green.
My sister wasn't green. Okay,
No.
I'm intrigued now. Okay, probably I need to watch it now then because I'm intrigued. Maybe when we're on our trip. So we got to watch also Walking Dead.
Yes.
So of course, yeah, we are fans of Walking Dead. So how did you like it? This
Well,
this
spoiler
episode?
alert. So fast forward or stop now, whatever, until you go watch this week's episode. Previous week's episode I liked because it kind of broke it up.
Oh yeah.
It gave you a breath from let's fight, to this week as I sit down and let's talk, and let's bullshit each other like there's no tomorrow. But it's a very good episode. You could tell every time the governor was lying because he smiled.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
They really developed that character even more
More.
than what the comic book did.
and you know what I was thinking last night? I wonder if you read the comic book series, they go to a safe haven town. Of course, it's up north, but my interesting thing would be like, well, what if they end up killing the governor and Woodbury becomes that town?
The town that
they move into and take over and they expand it and do all this kind of stuff.
Yeah. I'm imagining
because it's
that's
already
what it
set
is.
up.
It's
They've
already
already
set
set
up.
up. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's all about that production budget, baby. So,
Yeah.
I mean, they might move on and do like they're doing the comic books, but it'd be
Because-
interesting to see because they're developing this so much. It would be kind of all right. Let's do this, and then the whole reason would be why would they leave the jail
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
or the prison? Excuse
So
me.
the prison. So actually, in the comic books, they encountered two communities. They merged with the first community,
Yeah.
but this third community is where the governor is now. Wait, no.
Well, no, this is the first community they run into after running all around the place, trying to stay alive.
Oh, it's the fourth even. The third
So-
community.
And then the next community is
The one with the governor. No wait.
the one with the governor is the first one. Woodbury is the first
The
one.
Woodbury is the first one.
with the governor. And then they go find the community up outside of D.C. And there's the community on the hill.
So they're traveling from DC and back. Well, in the
Well, in the comic book, they leave
Atlanta.
They leave Georgia after the prison because Woodbury attacks and destroys the prison, and that's where Lori, in the comic books, Lori dies in the attack the governor puts on them,
Yeah.
and all this kind of stuff, and then they flee and go up north, and they end up in D.C. and they find
was it
this
DC?
community in DC, outside of DC.
God, I can't remember anymore.
So
We've been reading, yeah, we've been reading the comic books, and now they're really just setting it up. There's another community that's all these communities happening in The Walking Dead. But we're boring our listeners now,
Yeah, so-
or those who are not interested with Walking Dead. So before I go on, let me ask first: are you wearing lip gloss?
I got lip liner on.
Lip liner.
I had to
Okay.
put my lip liner up, you know. No, I got on stuff. My lips are so freaking chapped and dried out.
Oh, okay. Wearing lip gloss. Anyway, okay. So what's our topic
And
for
if I was
today,
wearing lip
Ray?
gloss, what would be the problem?
That'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You should be wearing makeup too for the podcast.
No, makeup. That's too much work.
All right, let's do the topics, Ray.
Okay. Our topic this week is, why is it so hard to talk about bareback sex? Maynard, why is it hard to talk about bareback sex?
For many people, this day and age, in my opinion, it's kind of taboo because of diseases and everything, especially people who are promiscuous.
Yeah.
And they get infected and stuff like that, and want anything to do with it.
And this article I found is called "Why Is It So Hard to Talk About Bareback Sex?" And we'll put the link on the page so y'all can go find it and read it yourselves. But with more than 50% of gay men no longer using condoms consistently, the shame that often prevents candid discussion of bareback sex may prove to be as dangerous as the health risks themselves. So this guy goes on to talk about doing bareback sex.
Okay.
And he knows the risk of it. He knows what can happen, but yet he still does it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's that whole, and to me, it comes back to that whole thing about human nature. People are going to do what they want to do regardless of what's going on. Just like they're saying, trying to get teenagers to use condoms and keep from getting pregnant and stuff, and not making them go on birth control works, and it doesn't, because look how many teen pregnancies there are.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing like that, people are going to do what they want to do. Our age group came about during the middle of the AIDS crisis, when people were dying left and right.
Mm-hmm.
Now, 20-something years later, people get the disease, they're taking meds, living for years, normal. Some of them pretty much normal lives.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, some gay men that are HIV positive that became positive back in the 80s, and I know for a fact one of them quit his job, did all this stuff, and then 30 years later he's still alive. So it's just about what he does. But the whole stigmata of HIV is not there anymore. It's not one of those things. If you get it, you're gonna die.
Not anymore. No.
Not anymore. And
It's an inconvenience, just like diabetes.
yeah,
or something.
that's what it is. It's an inconvenience, and people practice bareback sex. I mean, I can't say I haven't done it because I have done it. So, but the whole thing is, do you know, and the guy talks about it in his park. He said, I do it. I'm gonna keep doing it. He said, I've done some really dumb, stupid, risky things at times by hooking up with somebody that I didn't know, and not knowing their status, and just having sex. And then he's like, a couple that for that week there before he could get tested and do all that stuff, he's like, I was freaking out. And he said, but you know what? It didn't stop me from doing it again.
Mm-hmm.
So it was quite an interesting little article talking about how he does it, how it's seen, but how people won't talk about it because of the stigma of like, oh, you're having bareback sex, you're unsafe. And he says in the thing, I refuse to use the words unsafe sex to describe barebacking. I believe it's a phrase people use to make you feel ashamed about very real desires and habits you have. I will, however, use the word risky to describe the practices I have engaged in because I'm aware of how to contract HIV, understand it's incurable, and recognize how devastating it has been for millions. What I am doing is not self-destructive, and it's not because I'm too stupid to understand the early epidemic. I've seen where we are and how to survive a plague, and still get teary-eyed thinking about images of activists raging against our government's inaction. The half-sleeve tattoo I want to get is Keith Haring's unfinished painting in 1989, which he painted just a few years before dying from AIDS. So maybe others who bareback have no knowledge of the history or realize they have friends who struggle with a virus every day. But I do, and I'm talking about it because we can post as many articles as we want about how many men are barebacking without really asking why. Why is not an easy question, but it's the only way we're going to really feel comfortable talking about our desires. And if, as studies are starting to show, roughly half of all gay men bareback at some point, is it really that reckless? Are men engaging in barebacking sex really self-destructive, uneducated, or unfamiliar with the risk? I don't think so. But the shame that stands between us and the candid conversation about bareback sex is perhaps as dangerous as the virus itself. I'll probably bareback again, though I don't know when or with whom. It's against my better judgment to take the risk when the virus, even if I don't have it personally, has invaded my vision of the world. But my desire doesn't necessarily operate logically. It uses contact to determine where it heads next. The taste of lips together, the aroma of sweat, and yes, bare bodies as they intertwine. That's why it's so hard talking about barebacking. As contact against logic or reason is sex that feels freeing but can have such permanent consequences. It should not be named or cannot be named in a reasonable way. But for someone committed to staying HIV negative, committed to advancing HIV vaccine research, and studying the HIV/AIDS crisis intently, I want to know who else out there has fucked raw and wonders why that might happen and continue to happen despite the risk.
Let me see. Well, I've seen a lot of like people who I know even on Nextube, right?
Yeah.
They would really engage in it, and they really do not want to wear condoms, or they would rather.
Well, a lot of gay videos now are all barebacking.
Mhm.
I mean, they've gone away from everybody having to have a condom on to they get the guys in there, they do the rapid HIV test, they're both negative, and they let them go at it. Or they might be positive. I don't know.
But you know, that's not the only thing that people have to worry about.
Well, I know. I mean, there's other things: chlamydia, gonorrhea.
Gonorrhea, syphilis, and there are lots of things that you can. But they are the curable ones, right?
Well, they're getting worse. Well, syphilis is getting worse, almost uncurable.
Oh yeah, that's right. I
It's
heard about
becoming
that.
the disease is becoming tolerant to the antibiotics for it. So
Oh, that's scary.
yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. So bareback sex, it's I don't know. It's some to me personally, it's a fantasy, and I myself I do not engage in that. No. So I I do advocate the safe sex all the time, and that's me personally. That some people don't want to do it. They would do it only with people who they know.
Mm-hmm.
But then when it comes to recklessness,
Yeah.
like people who would go to orgies or
just say Louis.
Louis weekend.
They're about there sucking and fucking and ass to mouthing and no condoms, anything whatsoever. And it's just groups and groups of guys. And then you sit there and wonder how many of those guys are HIV positive, how many are not, how many of them don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've known some people that I've talked to online and they wanted to hook up. And I said, well, what's your status? And they said, I don't know. And I said, have you been tested? Nope, don't care to. I don't want to know.
Oh, really?
Really. And it's just like, well, sorry, it ain't going to happen.
Yeah.
So.
Do you actually ask for a card or something?
Well, no, but I mean, I usually don't just hook up with somebody. I usually try to get to know them first.
Yeah.
I mean, there've been a couple times, but I usually use condoms. So.
Yeah. Okay. There's been a couple of times you just picked up someone.
So, but usually with stuff like that,
Yeah. Some people prefer, just somebody who they know or somebody who they trust and stuff like that. And I think that's a good idea. If you're gonna engage in bareback sex, it has to be someone who you probably trust or somebody who you know whose status is. That's not recklessness.
But look at Bear Watch.
But what Bear Watch?
Well, look at the foam pit. How many people use condoms in the foam pit?
Last time I checked, 4.
Well, yeah, that's how many condoms you had to clean up last year.
I had to clean up 4.
So we know at least 4 people practiced safe sex last year at Bear Watch. Yeah. Once.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can't stop them. I mean, people do what they want to do. Okay, not that we're advocating it in any event or anything. It's just that it happens. I mean, right now as we speak, somebody behind the camera right now might be
Wayne.
Wayne and Dave might be doing it right there at the back.
No, Wayne and Dave's not here.
They're not here.
So, but that's the whole thing. I was like, talking about it. I mean, people knows it happens, but they don't like to talk about it, or they like it's a big deal. And I know some people that only like to watch bareback porn. They don't want to see condoms.
Okay, to be honest, I do like watching that. It's a fantasy. It's something because I would see some probably couples who post their videos online and then I watch it and then they bareback a lot. Yeah. So
well, I got ridiculed when I had the video of me and Terry on Xtube about the fact that I used the rubber glove on him to lube him up, and then I barebacked him.
Okay.
And people were like, oh, I can't believe you did that. I'm like, one, I was dating him at the time. We've been dating for several months. We've both been tested.
Mm-hmm.
Two, trying to handle a camera and lube is very difficult.
That's why you wear gloves.
That's why you wear gloves. One, also use gloves because the gloves keep your fingernails from cutting them up on the inside.
Were you fisting?
No, I was just
Oh, okay. Okay.
opening it up so it can take
Oh, okay.
Big Daddy.
Oh, okay.
So, but you know, it's
Big is the key word there.
That's right.
Okay.
That's just little, but so. But anyway, you know, and got criticized about that, and people respond. I mean, there's a lot of comments on it at one time. I mean, if you post a video on XTube, you got to have thick skin because either people are going to slam you or they're going to love you. From what I found out, so. And I got slammed about a bunch of stuff and this, that, and the other. And I was like, bitches, I don't see y'all posting no fucking video up in here.
And let me judge you.
That's right. Let me judge
Don't
you.
judge somebody else's XTube video.
That's right. If you don't like it, go to another video.
Yeah.
But anyway, but you know,
Use
I thought
another
it was
search
interesting.
term.
But you know, when I read this and it just popped up on my screen as I was flipping through articles and stuff for the show, and I said that's pretty interesting to talk about because we all know people that do it.
I know people do it.
I mean, it happens. I mean, we know people that go to bars, hook up with somebody in the car, have sex in the car, and then go home or whatever, or out behind a dumpster and.
Oh, so romantic, like.
Oh no!
It's so romantic. I got pounded by my boyfriend at the dumpster.
That's right.
Okay.
But you know, if you notice one thing, regardless of which dumpster you're at, they all smell exactly the same.
Oh, okay. All the dumpster and what?
All the dumpsters.
All the dumpsters?
Wherever you go, no matter where you go, all the dumpsters always smell the same.
I wouldn't want to find out. Maybe I've noticed it, but I noticed the stench. But I
Well, I had a friend of mine that worked on a garbage truck when he was in college.
I bet he
And
would
he said,
say he
and
can
that's
tell.
one of the things he said. And after he said that, I noticed, like, if I went to take back on when I take trash to the dumpster and it's 110 degrees in the summer and hot and humid, and you're like, ooh, plus when you flip that lid up, if the lid's been closed on it, that aroma just woofs.
Oh.
And I was like, you know what? They do all smell alike.
They do all.
Regardless of how much different garbage you put them, they all smell alike. So I just thought it was kind of interesting.
How about asses? Do they all
No,
smell alike?
some asses smell worse than others.
Oh, okay.
Some taste worse than others. Some just need some bleach. But
Okay. That's nice to know. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I just ate. Oh my god.
so, horse ass.
Horse ass. All right. So, tell us what you think about bareback sex,
That's
guys.
right.
Show at bearpodcast.com. Email us and let us know. Okay. Let's move on to our events. Before we go on with our event, which is kind of subtle with our shirts, you can email us your events if you're a club or a listener or you're a friend of ours, or I don't know, you're a new listener or watcher of this video. Send us an email, events@bearpodcast.com. So you can, subject would be your bear run or whatever, or when is your event, time, date, location, and any blurbs you want us to show. So everyone's welcome. So yeah, email us, events@bearpodcast.com. And here's one event.
One event, Bear Podcast. Bear Watch.
Okay.
May 17th to the 19th in Galveston, Texas. You can register at www.bearwatch.net. For the event, it's $95 right now. We take over a hotel in Galveston, and we have us a nice little time on Friday night. We have a day at the beach, and then the world-famous pool party Saturday night. So come join us for that. We also have just added Friday night at one of the local bars. They're doing a bear underwear contest.
Ah, nice.
So we'll have the links up on the website. So if you register for Bear Watch, go back to the Bear Watch site if you want to compete and register for it. And that should be up, I think, by April. We'll have all that up. So
Okay.
that way.
Wow.
And then if you're in, you can bid on the guys on the Bears underwear. The guy that's wearing them, you can bid on his underwear, and you get to go take them off of him.
Okay. In your own private room?
No. There'll be
In
like a
front
screen.
of everyone?
There'll be like a screen that you can go behind and
With silhouette?
silhouette maybe.
Okay. You could see him taking off the underwear?
So
Awesome. Okay.
and also Friday, if you're at TBRU, from 12 to 2 p.m. at the pool party at the Host Hotel from 12 to 2. Bear Watch will be doing a cocktail reception, so come join us and have a bear cane.
Yep. So Ray and I are going to be in TBRU this coming weekend, and we're going to meet lots of our friends and
Hopefully make some new ones.
make some new ones. Yeah, and
And Dave's
like
room number is
room. Which one? 1717.
see, yeah. I hope it's just gonna be suck if somebody else gets that room this year.
Oh my god! Whoever's on room 1717, I don't think he's gonna get it anyway.
So,
But anyway, so yeah, that's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be like a reunion. It's gonna be TBRU for me. I've been going for so many years now, probably 8 or 9 years now already.
and
And
boy, some of the stories I could tell you that he won't allow me to.
you're right. Okay, because tell you frankly, Ray, I would say next year this will be my last TBRU. I sometimes say that, but then I end up just going anyway. I go because it's our own Texas. It's near us, and it's our own bear run, and lots of friends of ours are there. People from Chicago, San Diego, Minneapolis, San Francisco.
There's two people from Chicago that don't ever come.
Oh.
Devin and Jay.
Devin and Jay.
They don't ever come down here anytime, ever.
But they would go to a cruise.
They would go on a bear cruise.
They would go to bear
They
cruise.
would go to
but not-
Drench Fur, but would they come down to Bear Watch or TBRU? No, I guess we're just not deserving. Just no.
No. Okay, so
Computer says no.
so again, that's Bearwatch is at bearwatch.net and tbru.org. We're gonna be there. We'll probably be podcasting from there.
Yep.
I don't know yet how. Just the
Usually
usual
with a
we do.
microphone and a camera, usually.
Yeah, and the usual what we do, we wing it.
We wing it. That's
We
right.
just wing it. We
We
just
wing it.
we just go there and do whatever, and we'll see what happens. And we'll probably be at the vendor fair or something and interview anyone, maybe some porn actors.
That's right. We can get some porn stars.
Maybe we could see Venice Cup again. Ooh, Venice Cup. Okay. on with the gay, the geek, and the bizarre. All right.
Yay.
Our first article is about the Queen.
The Queen.
The Queen. Not just
any queen. The Queen.
The Queen. I read about this a couple of days ago. So the Queen defending gay rights. She can't even say the words out loud. She can't even say the words. Okay, so gay people of the Commonwealth deserve more than an inference. They need its head to speak of them and to them. Queen fights for gay rights, declared the Mail on Sunday's front page the other day. A headline so jarring and implausible as to provoke a number of grave questions for Middle England. Chiefly, whatever next? Queen stands as a Labour councillor? Queen does the Harlem Shake? Nice. Harlem Shake. Oh my God. So about 4,000 viewers now on our Harlem Shake video. Okay, so my heart quickened somewhat and enlivened by the prospect of a glorious future for human rights. We extremists who believe gay people should not be tortured or persecuted shall be granted a new comrade, the supreme governor of the Church of England, the head of the Commonwealth, the queen of more than a dozen countries. And then I read the detail. Her historic pledge to promote gay rights, as the paper put it, or historic step forward, as Stonewall's Ben Summerskill had it, will comprise her signing a new Commonwealth Charter, which states, okay, this is what she's saying. We are implacably, is that how you say it? Implacably. Okay. We are implacably opposed to all forms of discrimination, whether rooted in gender, race, color, creed, political belief, or other grounds.
So we're other grounds.
So we are the other grounds.
That's right. The
It's
gays
just
are
really
the other grounds.
vague.
Yeah.
Fighting for gay rights? The Queen won't even mention them. She dare not speak our name. That is, if you believe she is even referring to gay people. If you buy the newspaper's inference that other grounds denotes implicit support of gay rights. So
there you go. The Queen said this. And she's supposed to be signing this charter into law or whatever, I guess. But the whole thing is there's a ton of countries in the Commonwealth. There are, let's see, 2 Commonwealth countries sentence gay people to death. 1 tortures them with flogging. 5 impose life sentences, and 41 of the 54 nations keep homosexuality illegal. Now, these are all the Commonwealth states of Great Britain. Mm-hmm. So that's Canada and all, stuff like that. You're talking about stuff. You're talking about Grenada. You're talking about there's one of the islands over near the Philippines, your area. That's a Commonwealth of England.
Singapore? No, wait. They were British.
But anyway, it's 54 nations that go under this blanket of the Commonwealth of England. And most of them are still very homophobic, which is why they're thinking she didn't come out and say, we need to stop it. She's just being very passive-aggressive about it. If that's what she even means. It was the Stonewall group that come in and said, oh, she's fighting for gay rights. But she didn't say it.
She didn't really say it. They're just going overboard.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just like he quotes in the article. Jesus never said love. Jesus had never said anything specific about homosexuals, but it still doesn't stop people from not loving their neighbor. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of one of those things. But I think it's interesting that, when the original article talked more about her fighting for women's rights, mm-hmm. which with the legislation that's coming up, if passed, means that a woman could ascend the throne in England, where her parents advocated and gave her the throne. When she dies, if she dies and doesn't say, here, Charles, you're it. If she gives it to William, which everybody thinks she's going to do, mm-hmm. She turns it over to William, and supposedly Kate is pregnant with a girl, then she wouldn't be eligible for the throne. The firstborn son would.
Yeah, okay.
So they're rewriting the law so the firstborn, whether it's male or female, can assume the duties of the king or queen. Ah. So that law is in for this year, which is why they're kind of tying all this together, that she's trying to make everybody equal. When she's fighting for women's rights, she's also fighting for gay and lesbian rights. Well,
supposedly.
So
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
Kind of reminds me of reminds me of Downton Abbey, because I've been watching Downton Abbey.
Yeah.
That there should be an heir.
And it can't be like the Queen's not used to gay people. Look how many butlers they have in Buckingham Palace. And even the Queen Mother, Queen Elizabeth's mother, was quoted as saying one day, screaming yelled down the steps, could one of you queens get the real queen something to drink or some tea or something like that? That's been quoted in several books that they said that was done about Buckingham Palace and her.
Oh, wow, interesting. Anyway,
So
so
it's pretty interesting. So tell us what you think.
she's not really supportive. Well, vaguely supportive.
She's vaguely supportive, and then you're reading into it.
Yeah, I think
It's like reading into Leviticus.
you pick and choose.
Pick and choose, yeah.
Okay.
So
on with the geek, Ray.
all right, our geek this week. It's one of our favorite subjects next to iWatches. Facebook delivers on personalized newspaper. It's addicting, real time, and customized for you.
Is it really addicting? I don't know.
After nearly 3 days using Facebook's new news feed, I made my conclusion. I like it. Facebook just got a lot more addicting and more useful. The social networks and CEO and co-founder Mark Zuckerberg trumpeted the redesign as giving every user a personalized newspaper. No two are alike. It's all about you and your interests. You get to keep up with the topics you care about and customize the experience as you wish. The new design emphasizes simplicity. Facebook basically took all that clutter that used to populate its homepage and threw it away. And oh, it's refreshing. The social network got back to its roots. You and your friends are on the front and center of the experience. You don't have to look too hard to see how detailed Facebook got on personalization. As soon as you switch to the new design, you'll see a list of streams or sections to browse to the top right. Already you can see by the streams it pre-populates. Facebook knows you pretty well, and every section has a photo at the top with you in it or a memory of some kind.
Well, I never really noticed it because I use it on the phone all the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
But my question is this going to affect the way the mobile works? Too?
Well, the mobile right now, as you can see, there's only one ad going on there. There's one ad in the middle if you see one of the top ones,
Yeah.
and then there's just one big ad, which is
And as
the
you
same
scroll
size as the other.
others and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing they can do. You have to make money at some point. You really have to make
Zuckerberg's
money.
making plenty of money. So
Well, on the mobile, they're not really, but now they are because they're having those ads
in the stream.
Well, in the stream, that's just one ad. We just okay. I'm fine with that. And interesting. Okay, let me ask you, Ray. Would you pay Facebook this day and age?
I have to pay for it now.
Because there's a not rumor, but actually they talked about it in This Week in Tech, in one of the episodes a couple of weeks ago, that they may have some kind of a premium option for Facebook. I'm not sure about this, but this is what I heard from that news the news podcast that Facebook may have an option. Now, I'm not saying they're going to charge from now on, because they have billions of people, more than a billion people. People can now have an option.
They charged $1 a month to those.
Just $1 a month, or even $1 a year if they want to, or $2. I mean, what's the standard for an iPhone app? 99 cents. If they charge 99 cents, for example, just to 99 cents for a month, imagine that. So they how many of this? About $12 billion a year.
Yeah.
That'd be good. So if they do that, I probably would, just to get rid of all the ads. You take out the ads. You get rid of the ads.
Yeah.
Or there may be ads, but very minimal. Right now, it's really you're really flooded on the right side, stuff like that. So.
But see, I'm on my mobile all the time. I very rarely get on Facebook on a computer. That's why kind of people get pissed at me because I don't respond to them. I said, well, I was on my phone sitting on the toilet doing my thing, and then
you can
message.
Facebook there in the toilet.
I can't. I used to do, but if somebody will see me on, and I've gone back to my office, I've done my business, and gone back to my desk and sit down. They start messaging me. And they're like, "Why aren't you talking to me?" I'm like, "Because I'm at work."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people need to realize that people have to work sometimes especially during the day. So, are you saying you would pay it? You pay?
It depends. I don't think I would pay more than $1.
Yeah, I mean that's overcharging if they even go
because the whole thing on Facebook, my mother yelled at me on Facebook the other day.
What did she say?
Because I've been posting the pictures of the hot Latino.
Oh yeah, I always see that.
And she told me, I understand that's your thing, but that's just not mine, and I don't want to see those pictures. And my response was, then unfriend me.
Oh, so that's how you. So that's how you get rid of relatives on Facebook.
Unfriend me. So, and she said, then she went to kind of like, I can't believe you're so heartless. I don't know why I'm not done. Why are you being so mean to me? I said, I'm not being mean. I post stuff on my Facebook page. It's my Facebook page. If you don't want to see it, unfriend me.
She doesn't have to unfriend you. She can just hide your posts.
Well,
That
it's
much.
not like anybody can see my post on her page.
That's true. Yeah.
So, I mean, I think she thinks that because I'm posting it, she's seeing on her page, everybody else can see it.
No, maybe, or maybe she just doesn't like to see it.
I don't know. Well, she don't want to see
Your
it.
recon pictures, recon photos.
So,
That's what I always post.
recon and the hot Latin voice pictures.
Me, I just like posting pictures of my green juice. One of these days, by the way, Ray, you have to try juicing.
Oh, Lord. Mr. Jack Lane, folks, whatever his name was.
Why? What's wrong? Juicing is great. What I did the last time was
Jizzing is great too, but I don't get to do it all the time.
not all the I'm not doing it all the time. Probably once a month, once a two. So I did it mine with kale, celery. Celery's got a lot of water, so you get lots of that from that, and an apple. The apple gives you the sweetness and kind of natural sweetness, whatever. So you just use that, so it won't taste bad. So when you
So how do we get to juicing from Facebook?
I don't know. Oh, because of posting. We were talking about posting because your mom complains about Facebook that you post everything, and then me, I just post.
Pictures of your drinks. I've never seen you post any pictures of your drinks.
No, you didn't see the last one.
No.
I text messaged you the one of the
Last thing you text messaged was Jesus. I love Jesus doesn't mean the same thing in Mexico as it does in the Vatican. Picture.
Jesus is different from Jesus, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Anyway,
all right, take the bazaar away.
let's go to the
This is right up your
bazaar.
alley.
Okay. Why is this up me? Oh, Brazilian sex doll's virginity. Really? Bids for Valentina's flowers surpass $105,000. Oh my God. I want to buy. Why would I want to buy this? So the virginity of Valentina, Brazil's first real doll, has sparked a bidding war online. So would you spend more than $100,000 and on a one night stand? Did we mention it with the sex doll? With a sex doll? Why would I want to do this? So apparently there are quite a few people in the world who would.
That's right, because the bidding's already up to 105,000.
Yeah, or maybe they just want to keep it and take a picture with it or something. So, I lost my.
So anyway, the bidding's up to $105,000 to get the doll's virginity. According to the Huffington Post translation of the website, whoever places the highest bid before March 31st, when the auction ends, will win the full romantic package, which includes a night in the presidential suite of Motel Swing. It's a pay-by-the-hour motel in the city of Sao Paulo.
Sao Paulo, okay.
A special candlelit dinner with French champagne.
With a doll?
An aromatic bath with rose petals.
With a doll?
Round-trip flights if you don't live in Sao Paulo.
Oh my God.
Special lingerie for her, the doll. A digital camera so you can film and after show it to your friend.
Oh God! No!
So that's pretty bizarre that people are bidding up to $105,000 to take the virginity of her sex doll. And she's a very pretty sex doll, I'll admit. I mean, it's like, maybe if I had a life-size sex doll that looked like that, I might hit it, but I don't know.
Okay, so this first real doll, she has green eyes, fleshy lips, full breasts, and a body that inspires envy in all women. Wow. I mean, okay, but it's still a doll. It doesn't talk. It's
Well, that
not
might be the best
human.
thing for a lot of men. It doesn't talk. It just lays there,
Lays there,
get your
doing
rocks
nothing.
off, and roll over and go to sleep. And you don't have to worry about anything.
So what happens when you're done? You just wipe him off or something, and then you get out.
Paper towels, wipe it out.
Slam bam, thank you, doll.
Thank you, dolls. Stick her under the bed and go to sleep. Pull her out next day.
Oh God.
So, well, I thought
If you had this kind of doll, would you do
all the life-size Justin Bieber doll.
really?
Yeah.
Oh no! I just
You know the one that we talked about a couple, like 2-3 months ago, the Justin Bieber
Justin Bieber.
doll. So
Just in a beaver.
just in a beaver.
Okay.
So we got a little listener response here.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, okay. Now we're going to the audience comments right now, and we're talking about episode 458, where we were podcasting
About Ron.
Goat edition. Yeah.
The Goat Edition, yeah.
But we read an email there, on a website. We read we had a topic.
Yeah, Ron Shea posted my problems with the bear community. He talked about his issues with the bear community. And one of our listeners responded with this.
Okay.
Sounds like Ryan is setting a double standard. From my experience with him, it seems like his opinion on the bear community changes depending on how much he is getting laid. I've heard him say how much he hates the bear community and how much he hates XYZ event, then turns around and says he loves being a bear and can't wait for the next one. I, for one, have had an interesting conversation with him. I told him my boyfriend was going to be coming to the next event with me, and his response was, why? I replied saying that I wanted to spend time with him and that it would be cool to be around friends too. His response, but then you can't hook up with anyone else. I asked him, why would that be a problem? And he said, isn't that the point of these events? I just think it's stupid that you're bringing him along.
What?
I
Stupid?
see these events as a way to make new friends and hang out and have a good time. If I hook up, that's great. If not, that's great too. I'll make friends with anyone, whether they are attracted to me or not, or I'm attracted to them or not. I also hear him continuously state that he hates twinks, or he doesn't like chasers. I get it, and the person that responded to this is a chaser. That's your type, but going and telling us that we are gross and we should go eat a sandwich is just as bad as me telling you that you are gross and should lose weight. For someone to complain how exclusive the bear community is, and I won't deny it, it can be, and then turn around and say that shows quite the example he's trying to set. I just think it's clear where his intentions are.
I see.
So,
Well, thank you for that comment. To our secret listener.
Yeah.
It's I don't know if that's the case, because I don't really know the guy, and if it and people who know him, I guess, have that kind of a comment against him. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens. At bear runs, I myself go to bear runs just to see my friends, because to me it's a reunion, especially TBRU. That's why I really love TBRU, because this is when I see my friends who are in Dallas, who live in different cities, and this is the only time I could see them. And yeah, I met lots of good friends. And
and let's face it, in all my years I've been to the bear runs, sex has not been my main concern there.
me neither. No.
Mainly because I'm not into other bears sexually.
But there are chasers there too.
They're chasers, but they're hopping from all the other bears. I don't ever stand a chance.
Oh, okay.
I've only gotten laid twice at bear runs.
Really? Of all the bear runs?
Of all the bear runs that
Okay.
I've gone to.
All right. Good for you.
So, and both are very hot chasers, by the way. So,
Okay.
very,
All right. So before we close the show, we just have do some shout outs. And I would like to shout out to Devin. He's been listening to the old Chaser shows. He was in before.
yeah. Or she just like listening to the old chasers.
Old Chasers.
Yeah, trying to get some wisdom from the old chasers.
And also James B. in Houston. He's one of the organizers of the celebration of life for Jim Fox. James Barrett, thank you so much for inviting us and letting us know and join the celebration for Jim Fox. And we extend our condolences to you and your family. And yeah, thank you again. It was a great day to remember Jim. Yeah. Any shout out on your side, Ray?
Just to my boy, Robbie.
Oh, hi, Robbie.
Hi, Robbie. Maybe I'll get to see him if you're at TBRU because he's coming with me.
Okay. Oh, what's that comment again? That we're going to set up a camera and a video.
Oh yes, while we're at
microphone.
TBRU, if you want to be on the show, we're doing videotaping people doing the top 22 RuPaul's top 22 things I learned about life from RuPaul list. So we'll have that.
Read it.
So we'll have that with us, and we'll get bears, chasers, whatever, to read it off for us. And that way, when that we can say on that show, you better work.
Do you actually watch RuPaul?
I am forced to watch RuPaul. When I leave here tonight, I'll have to go to Robbie's house, and I'll have to sit there and watch it.
Oh, okay. When Mike is here, I do the same. I'm kind of forced to watch RuPaul, so whenever Mike is here, so things we do for our special loved ones. So what's up this week? We have to pack. We have to
pack.
prepare.
Well, actually, my car's loaded. I'm packed pretty much right now.
Oh, really?
We got a Houston Bears meeting Wednesday night.
Oh yeah, Wednesday night we're gonna have Houston Bears meeting.
And other than that, just getting ready and dealing with the week.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to TBRU, and this month is very busy for me, and I'm going to miss Lone Star Classic, which is the softball tournament here in Houston, and I'm going to miss that one because I'll be in TBRU. Many of us are. I guess many of the people playing there too.
Yeah.
Many are going to TBRU from the Montrose Softball League. So we'll see what happens. We'll probably see them there at the Eagle or at the Hidden Door there in Dallas. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Okay. So next stop, Dallas. It's gonna be TBRU very soon. Reunion with a couple of friends. Okay. So that's it. So if you want to contact us, send your emails to show@bearpodcast.com.
Or give us a call at 206-222-2327. That's 206-222-BEAR. Leave us a voice message and we'll play it on the show.
Yes, and subscribe on iTunes, Vimeo, and YouTube, and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And go to the official website at bearpodcast.com. Thank you everyone for watching and listening, and we'll catch you guys on the next episode of Bear Podcast. Many wolves and many hugs.
Woof, what a bear. Podcast your ass. Woof, what a bear. Woof, what a bear.